Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it's LoJack. I had to recreate. So I hit the stop button. So I was gonna sneezed, hit the mute button, and I went to go hit like my mouse moved and I hit the stop button. So I apologize. Let's get back into this, I guess. Uh Extra powerful vacuums are always a plus. Like as long as it doesn't say it has AI in it, right? I guess some AI would be kind of nice to detect what kind of allergens that could be in the vacuum would be nice. I'm not going to pay extra for that though. Okay. So, AMD at CES. Was there anything good? We're not going through this. We're not going to go through this. Okay. We are back. After the big sneeze, we're back. We're back and going. Ugh. Um, the car of the future could have more screens that curve and move into and out of the dashboard. I look, Jack, a cluster, yeah, of a sneeze. Yeah, it was. It was. I've never had that happen. uh, this. So I'll be honest. Having having something to be able to watch like through like this on a road trip, like for Susie to watch because I usually drive, and then I can so she could watch that. I could listen to my podcast. The kids could watch something, so I could listen to my podcast with headphones. I'm not really supposed to do that, but I want to listen to my podcast, and that's worse. But uh, yeah, I just at the same time though, like it's nice, but there's a lot of screens, and I don't know if we need that many more screens. Rachie, I thought corporate turned off the stream. Yeah, no, I'm not that big of a deal. I'm not a big deal at all. This is St. George, isn't it? Left the Las Vegas Strip to go hiking at the Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. It was just for a short. Where is that? That looks like I think Red Rock Canyon is the it's in St. George. So that's where I grew up. That's like 2 hours from Las Vegas. It's in Utah, guys. Like it's pretty. It's really pretty. It's also desert. And I mean, they have stuff like this in the okay, it's Nevada Desert Trail. They also have stuff I was gonna say they have I swear they have a Red Rock Canyon in where I'm at too, but it looks just like this. But they have stuff like this in Nevada too, in Vegas. But we tend to have more Red Rock. Okay. Um LoJack, need to up the vitamin C game, brother. It was a sneeze. It's because I have allergies and freaking where I live right now is just I have so many issues with it. But yeah, we don't need to get into my allergies. Um, I have allergies year round, so it's really annoying. I mean, these robots are actually really cool. I'll say it once again. I think a lot of people are very naysay with all this stuff, especially with my colleagues on off the console. But I'd totally take a robot. Not maybe for not reasons like LoJack would to have the robot yell obscenities at you while you walk around, but you'd be my brobot. The Boston Dynamics new Atlas robot makes public debut. That's interesting that they finally got something public debut. Like they have been Dynamics has been working on stuff for so long. It's crazy. Samsung's Freestyle Plus projector gets more AI features. I don't want AI features, but if they can do a really good job of making it like uh very like brighter and more defined even when the lights are on and the sun's out and stuff like that, I'm down for that. This is not what I'm here for. HTR micro LED display glasses. Interesting. I'm looking. They don't have it. Why would I think they would have it? Okay, we're gonna go to a different one. Let's see. No, thank you. Um, LoJack, it could roll up some devil's lettuce for me while cursing at me. Oh my gosh, LoJack, you gonna have it roll a joint for you? That's hilarious. Rachie, why destroying the earth to create AI so we can ask it how to be saved? Well, okay, I don't agree with those methods, Rachie. I definitely like if we were ethical about this, we could easily not have to destroy the earth. I agree, Rachie. And don't get me wrong. I'm all for the like the robots. That's a little bit different. I don't know if that's necessarily would destroy the earth, but like we definitely could be doing it better. But that's with everything. That's with yeah, I'm not gonna argue that, but I agree. Icarus, Microsoft wants us to stop calling AI slop. I know. I know. They want now we're just gonna have to call it micro slop or something like that. It's just micro slop. It's everything's micro slop now. I think it's really funny because I'm like, you can't ask people to stop doing stuff or they're getting vertical video. Oh, interesting. Um, oh, Chargers like has interesting. No, but AI version of me, that sounds horrifying. I don't so yeah, that's the problem. Like some stuff with AI do definitely don't like. But I'll be honest, it really helps with my job. Meaning I have been working on my video game more because I have more time now. Because my little mini developer helps me. But that being said, it will take my job eventually. So gotta get that game out to make some money so I don't die from being jobless. Richie, we could use AI during winter to heat homes. Instead, we are using water in the desert to cool GPUs. Well, and the thing is, if we did the GPUs properly, the proper cooling of GPUs, or we really cared, we would be using recycled water. We would be using a lot of systems where, like, they could even use a lake, go to a lake, pump it through a lake into the system, pump it back into the lake, and just let it um, cool down. It might hurt the ecosystem a little bit from heat dis- uh, dispersion, but I couldn't imagine doing that much or pumping into the ground. There's ways to pump it in the ground, cool it, and then pump it back up. Do a reverse geothermal. There's a lot of things they could probably do. It's expensive from the get go, like in the beginning. And usually with government, you want incentives to like, hey, because it's going to hurt us as a community, we'll give you some money to innovate on this thing to make sure you do it the right way. But we just don't have that nowadays. So that's actually one good way to do it with the government, but we're not doing it. And it helps, helps companies and stuff take on the risk a little. Icarus, they got roasted with people altering their logo to say microslop. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. You can't say don't call like AI slop. Like, of course, there's going to be AI slop. There's slop everything. I will say people overuse AI slop. They'll say, I've had video or the shorts that I've made without, I don't use, the only type of AI I've ever used is like, I'll sometimes generate stupid uh, little things for thumbnails sometimes. It's not very often. And that's about it. But I've had like shorts where they said I was AI. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I find that if honestly, I think I find it more offensive to be called AI than because you're essentially saying I can't you're not recognizable as a human being. Would you like wouldn't you guys agree? Like, would you like somebody like they're looking at your video and they're like, I think this guy's AI. Like, I get it, it's getting harder to see AI or recognize AI videos and stuff like that, but they're still gotchas. They're still this happened like a year ago. It definitely was recognizable. Send us teeny shiny leave-in USB-C SSD stick out more than I thought. I actually like that concept. 'Cause I do wanna start doing more of that, just leave in stuff for, like, upgrades. This AI slop is an arms race between US and China. Raichi, I mean, is China doing much AI slopping? I think they're doing AI just to do AI because it does have beneficial stuff. Like, the more, like, I could go off on probably 100 different uses the AI is very useful for. The type of AI that we use, which is, it's not general AI. It's not uh, the the intelligent AI. It's very purpose made. You can kind of think of it as digital robots. They're meant to do one thing really well, or they can kind of be trained to do one thing very well. Rachie, I don't, James, we are just chatbots here to keep you company. Hey, Rachie, sometimes I wonder, you're an AI chatbot, I'm an AI video, Chad, Cat, baby, welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing, Chad? Hope everything's doing awesome. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great too, man. I saw you were chatting in Discord earlier this week. I need to jump in and go and read everyone's chats. I'm getting off the high of being off work for 2 weeks. And so I've been playing Overwatch 2, not Overwatch 2, Outer Worlds 2, and working on my video game, and vegging out, watching Fallout. If you guys haven't watched yet, the Fallout season 2 is pretty good. At least I think it is. I really like it. It's in New Vegas, so places I've been, it's always cool to see. The Icarus, EA used AI slop in Battlefield 6. And that's the thing. I don't even know if I go as far as it's slop in Battlefield 6, but yeah, it's not great. So yeah, maybe slop. Maybe slop's the right answer. I've just seen some really bad AI over the years, the Icarus. So I just think it's egregious because they have a lot of good designers, or they could at least hire one to do that job, and it probably would have cost the same amount as the AI that they had to have someone else do and handle and spend all their time doing. It's just egregious. It has been forever, man. Glad that you're on here. We are halfway through season 1 of Fallout, no problem. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna no spoilers here. Brandon Kitchens, aka Chad. Uh, World's first pet smart crate. Loki could enjoy this. I don't know if I need that, but it's a cool thought, I guess. Oh, hey, framework. So AMD Ryzen AI Halo sure is small, much like NVIDIA competitor. It is next to the framework desktop and Corsair's AI workstation, each of which are plenty small on their own. Interesting. AMD's Halo is coming Q2 2026, no price yet. Nice. I mean, I do like the framework, and if further like, if you want a Steam machine now, I bet you can get the framework and get SteamOS working on it. It's actually not a bad video idea. Hmm. Yeah, I'll have to contact them. Icarus, gonna download season 1 of Fallout when I get my micro SD card tomorrow on my tablet. Nice. Yeah, do that. It is really I really like it. Did y'all see that new MSI 5090 water cooled GPU with, I think, 8-inch OLED screen? I have not seen that yet. If we hopefully we get to it. If not, you can always throw a link in Discord. My dog would break that in 2 seconds. Yeah, LoJack, you probably would. This is for LA dogs, LoJack. This is not for uh country dogs. They're only sending 300 to North and South America. Damn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Self-projecting ironic. Um, yeah. You know, I need some gaming crystals to game with. I'm shocked we still haven't seen Motorola has a Razr Fold. I mean, iPhone's gonna be one of the last ones to have it. L'Oreal's latest flat iron uses infrared light to make hairstyling much faster. That's actually kind of futuristic-y. Like, that's kind of cool. I'm shocked. I'm kind of shocked that they would be here with all the tech, but congrats. Be perfect. I'm I don't think Susie's watching, and I'm not going to be misogynistic about this, but I hope it releases this year. or if they already have something like this, I'll have to go look because when she does flat iron, I wonder if she has so many different hairstyles. What if she has when she does flat iron, it does take a little while. So this will get her ready much quicker when we're getting out. Chad, dude, your kid is already 4. That is crazy. That is crazy, Chad. Hey, how's she doing? She doing good? RIP Cuba, no more gasoline while in the middle of the pandemic. Ooh, why? What? Wait, what's going on with Cuba? Um, Glad to hear, Chad. The wifey's doing good. LoJack Susan here could use that with all that hair. Well, she has a bunch of hair and then she cuts it off. So she both like she goes back and forth doing a bunch of different hairstyles. But yeah, she could probably use it. Anything? I mean, I'm fine with her getting ready. Sometimes it just takes a little bit. And if we're going out with the kid like one kid is stuck on playing something. The other kid thinks that we're going, so he gets into the car and waits for 20 minutes. And then, getting out the door with 2 kids and a wife is something else. Once again, no blame on Susie. Sometimes it's me that's the last one out the door. Oh, this is the new router style. Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of down for it. I like the way it looks. The only problem is it's probably going to cost like 500. No, it's probably going to cost like $800. Dude, I think the craziest thing is how expensive new routers are getting. It is out of control expensive for a router. You got yourself a robot? I mean, this looks like a good kid's toy. I don't know if I'd get it. Okay, I want gaming stuff. Okay, cool. Stuff we can already buy. A tap dancing robot. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, guys. Oh, I did 2025. 2026. We're gonna do it. This the thing that that we saw. We're gonna look at it. Let's see. Is it in here? Maybe. Oh, you can reserve it now. How much is it though? Okay, so I don't have audio. It's not supported on this browser for some reason with Riverside. But essentially, I'm not gonna say in the chat who would probably enjoy this potentially, but yeah, if you guys want a waifu or what would you call like a guy, a husband foo? I don't know what you'd call like a male version, but if you want a waifu, there you go. It is the weirdest. Like this is the thing that caught me. This is the weirdest thing of CES, but I had to bring it up because I find it interesting. Actually, she's flirting with him, by the way. And then they're talking about work right here, and they're like, "I'm thinking about doing this," uh, and it's grok, so can't really guarantee the safety or if it's gonna have pedophilia stuff, but, So, in programming, there's a thing called rubber ducking. It might sound weird to you, it might sound gross, or it might sound something sexual. It is not. Rubber ducking is essentially just taking an inanimate object like a rubber duck and talking to it and talking through your solutions out loud can help really like it can help you come to a solution and come to a conclusion on stuff much quicker. Think things through. It's really good. I would use this. I don't as long as I could change the avatar to something like I don't know, a Dead Space creature or something, something that's interesting. I could change it around. I don't necessarily need it to be like a chick or a dude. I would talk to it though, and I would screw around with it. It'd be kind of fun. LoJack, yes, you can do you whatever yeah, I'm not gonna kink shame LoJack. Yes, you can have her insult you constantly. Guaranteed. It's Grok. It's powered by Grok. So yes, it will do whatever you want. Uh BT Maverick, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I took a couple weeks off. Sorry, BT Maverick. And so people kind of forgot that there was a show at this time. Yes, LoJack. There's a dancing it's a dancing chick. Um It's like we need more air. So it can kind of like I have a feeling it's not going to be able to do any of the stuff they're promoting here. But you're playing games and it's going to shout out, "We need more air support," stuff like that. That's don't Raichi, the G man. I wouldn't be against that. I also wouldn't be against Dr. Kleiner or I don't know, a bunch of different people from Star Half Life. BT Maverick, give me Cortana. Honestly, I would not be against a Cortana. I actually wouldn't mind a little A, but I it'd be weird to be like my AI pet. I've talked about wanting an AI pet though for a year and a half. I'd be down for that. I don't know if I want to be powered by Grok, uh, but uh, I want an ethical one that's powered by an LLM that I want powered by. All's be wise. Well, waifu, wife, and husband. It's a Hazubando husband. Also, thanks for explaining rubber ducking right after talking about AI partners. Yeah, you're welcome. I have seen the husband one, the Hazubando or whatever. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but it is interesting. And also when it talks is also kind of cringe. I'll be honest. When it talks in this circumstance, you guys will have to watch the video on your own because I just can't share the audio right now. But it is a little cringe. It's like GG, saying all the kind of cringe things watching you play. But yeah, I'll look at the short soon. Okay. Powered by Animation Inc. They have to be their little edgy self. Um, yeah, it's so interesting. Ava, Kira, Zane. Uh, there you go. You want? I think this is interesting. I want a different companion though. I want to be able to choose my own companion or design it. It's a little holographic pod. This is honestly, I don't know if Razor's gonna be able to make this big enough, but this is going to be something I think in the near future that people are gonna want. I can guarantee it. Navi. Yeah. Bet I'm gonna have the meanest little desktop buddy ever. That's how I kind of think about it. It actually seems kind of fun to have a little desktop buddy. Might seem cheesy. I could see a lot of people shitting on this idea. I like the concept. I don't know. I like how they portray it on the Razer website and marketing, but I like the concept actually quite a bit. I just they make it cringe, especially when it's like you wake up and you talk to it and everything like that. Like it's going to replace social interactions, which is not healthy. LoJack wants to make his own. Yeah, I want to too. I think that'd be fun. That actually, this is once we get into AI like this, it just becomes more of a personal, like I can tweak it and all that. I would also prefer it to be like localized LM, be able to work off of it from like my own. So it's more ethical in the sense of like power usage. I have more controls over the constraints. I don't trust, I just don't trust Grok. Grok is all over the freaking place right now. Um, Rachie, how much it's cheaper to have an old phone do the AI assistant 2D girls are better anyway. It's still kind of 2D. It's a little holographic. I want my girl that sounds horrible. I want my AI companion to be in a container like this and look like they're trapped and they can't go anywhere. That's part of the appeal. I guess. Chad, you good? I posted a short. Dudes, people are gonna have full on robot slaves in 4 years. They might already have robot slaves. Who knows? They might throw their little Roomba in the somewhere weird. Who knows? I'm gonna load these up. Once we're done talking about this, we'll look at the GPU that you're talking about, Chad. You can pre-order one now. 500 down is crazy. Rachie, they know their clientele. They do, and they didn't show any of the clientele in here. They're going to be fedora wearing uh, nerds that do not have. I mean, we already have like people choosing to date AI in high school and in real life. Multiple people have like there's multiple series. You can go watch it. Choosing to like, essentially date ChatGPT and AI. This is going to be no different. This is going to be worse. They're gonna have to ban stuff like this from high school. I once it gets good enough, I have a hard time believing this little AI character is going to be able to do as much as what we see here. But plan on I don't know anything like this. I could see Elon Musk buying Razer for this. Like, he's an interesting person. BT Maverick, well, James is gonna get Nicole from Dead Space and just have her whisper sweet nothing, like make us damn. No, that would make me go crazy. Dude, the whole thing with seeing Nicole in Dead Space is that he's going crazy. Now, if I had like random, you know, it would be fun to have a random NPC generator for this thing. Every once in a while, have someone else poke in and kind of have interactions. That would be kind of fun. I would be down for that day to day interaction of the NPCs that I love in games in something like this. This is very nerdy, though. Very nerdy, but I'd be down for it. I definitely think gaming wingman is going to be interesting. Now, for some games I play, I wouldn't mind asking the AI to talk more about like even the lore or like help through areas. Hmm. I did not think I was going to be this into this. It's interesting though. My thing is it's different and it's interesting enough. Um there, Chris, did you see the patent Sony did for AI to play your games for you? Yeah, I've seen it. Chris, I I mean, it's weird to patent something like that. I don't need AI to play and beat a game for me. There's projects out there that work on that, and I think from like a research aspect of having AI be able to play a game or beat a game or something like that could be useful. And I don't think people realize, but for like QA testing and for testing games, AI doing it trained like that could be very good at eventually pinpointing bugs and errors. So it could improve our games, but it'll also once again replace jobs. We'll see though. LoJack, oh my gosh, I want to have the Dawn is there telling me off. Oh my gosh, LoJack. Uh, oh God. Yes, you pay 500 down. You can pick the color of your robot slave as well. Well, Rachie, imagine getting AI girlfriend, then AI daughter for later on having an AI Davidson taking away your AI daughter on the road. Oh my gosh. You never thought this, Rachie. We've gone too far. I mean, yeah, don't get too friendly with your AI girlfriend, or else you might end up with an AI daughter. Unless that's what you want, that's fine too. No shaming, I guess. But good luck waking up in the middle of the night. This AI will be successful. Many people will use it to farm resources in gotcha games. Well, you think it? Well, I don't think it does it for you. It just tells you. Like it's look, real time. Oh, you're talking about the AI. I see. I see. I was going to say this one doesn't play for you, but the AI that's patented that will play for you. Yes, you could, but they might ban it for gotcha games. We'll see. Once again, would they be able to even detect it if they could? Don't know. So yeah, there's that. This is, like I said, the most interesting thing I saw at CES by far. Now let's jump into this GPU. I mean, it's really sick. The VRAM and everything else. I do like that, except for my computer's down here now. I hope they provide everything to make that possible. I just I would hope that this would be able to have be the highest performing GPU. How much is this thing? So ri apparently that Lightning series is a long line of cards. Interesting. How much is this gonna cost? I remember the Lightning series. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if in the beginning, I don't know if it was anything really special, but yeah. Why not 4? I do like the kinda showing the evolutionary steps to this, but this is like, this is a new series. This is very different. It's interesting, though. I mean, that's pretty much where we're going. We need more, like, affordable options for a lot of stuff, and they're just going much more expensive. Uh, ugh. Oh, yeah, they're also, leaked the RTX 60,000 series, the 6,000 series, that is. There's some leaks on that, but we can go into that a different day. The Icarus 5090s are already selling for like 4 grand. I know. So 5090s are probably going to be in the future, be like, okay, what generation is how much it costs? So the 6,000, a 6090 is going to cost $6,090, right? That's what I feel like. The 5090 is going to be really expensive. I looked into getting one because for game development, the RAM is so nice, and my 3090 is working fine, but I'm worried. I recently put new thermal paste on my 3090. It's working much better. It still gets hot, but it's cooler than my CPU now, and I need to go now re-thermal paste my CPU. But yeah, it hopefully will let us live a little longer because I want to kinda let it stretch another generation or 2, the 3090. LoJack, I'll just enjoy my 4090 for the foreseeable future. Yeah, that's about right. It's good. It's so expensive. Um, they're really like, if you're a collectible, if this is your main thing for the year or whatever, go for it. I have so much stuff I want though that I tend to not go for this type of stuff, but at the same time, it would be really cool to have. Like one of these years, I'll sit down and I will make the coolest computer ever in my mind. We're not there yet, but one of these years. That being said, yeah, stick with a Steam machine, I guess. I'm gonna get 4 Steam yeah, I'm gonna get like 3 Steam machines, 4 Steam machines. I don't know, we'll see if I can. Nicholas, NVIDIA did announce they are bringing back the 3060. That's what I saw. I don't like that. I saw that. I didn't know it was hard announcement. I thought it was a soft one, but yeah, because they're having a hard time, people need GPUs and stuff like that, and they're having a hard time with production for some reason. They must have a bunch of extra leftovers for 3060s. They're bringing back 3060s, which is ridiculous. It's a very popular GPU, but ridiculous that we're going back in time. Very cheaper getting an external water cooler. And it's not about getting an external, it's about getting the device itself, the whole thing. It's about that. I keep forgetting to ask, why don't you go with the Flow Z13 rather than the Legion Go? The 64 gigabyte version is about 2K at Best Buy and has been that low a few times. Um, yeah, let's look this up. Um, are you talking about this right here, the laptop? I have thought like this is more of a tablet, right? Let's see here. Is it OLED? It's a laptop. Okay. Um, but is the screen OLED? It's not telling me. Man, that doesn't just say anything, does it? I don't think it's OLED. I think it'd be promoting it as OLED off the top off here. Um, don't get me wrong, the 13 inches is awesome. I like that this option for like I've even thought about getting a laptop again to do some game development on the go, but at the same time, I'm not going to carry around a gaming laptop and my MacBook because I use a MacBook for work. I'm not going to carry both, so I'm going to choose the work one because there's always a chance I'm going to have to do some work or a quick fix on the go. But I really like the Legion Go 2's size. This thing is big. It has a lot of fingerprints right now on it. It's big, but it still fits in my hand great. It's good for traveling. I really like it. That being said, I still have a partial love for the Steam Deck. I'll say it. I might get tired of the Legion Go 2 in the next few months. I might sell it and stick with the Steam Deck. I only say that because um, I don't really care for the detachable controller. Sometimes it is nice. We'll see. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of different stuff with it. I'm not gonna necessarily sell it right off the bat. I'm still having fun with it. I've been playing like Worlds, but I have so many backlog games that will play fine on the Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck's OLED is really still pretty good. I just wish it had a higher resolution. I'm really hoping that Steam Deck 2 has a little bit higher resolution. That's the one thing that's noticeable about the Legion Go 2 is the higher resolution is so nice. Um, this one has looks like a pretty good resolution. It has the AMD Ryzen AI Max. So this is going to beat the Ryzen, uh, the not right, the Z2 Extreme, but I don't want a laptop. I want something that I can fit in my hands, play it anywhere. It has the kickstand. It's the whole point of me not playing on a laptop is that I can play it on the go much easier and in a lot of different places in the house. I really like it for that. And then, but I really also like how Steam's going with the Steam machine. Like I like the idea, and in fact, I think with my next place, because we're gonna be moving in a little bit, in a few months, my next place we move to, I'm gonna make sure everything is wired up with as much Ethernet as I can. This place kinda has it, but right now I'm kinda dealing with a hybrid solution, um, and I'll just stream games. Like, games are getting so good and so much better, like, easier to stream. I've been streaming some games lately, and I just really like it. Like, my Steam Deck, stream from my Steam machine to my Steam Deck, it looks great. So, I don't know. Um, don't get me wrong, for a few $100 more, this is definitely attractive. And for people that you only have one gaming device, I would just say go with a laptop. This is honestly, for this price, too expensive. I'd rather you can go for this price and get yourself a dedicated GPU in the laptop. It is gonna be bigger than this, but you're going to have a much better experience. I do like all-in-ones, I do like APUs, but we still have a little bit of ways to go. Yes, it's a tablet, not OLED, not to be confused with the X13 laptop, which may be OLED. Yeah, this one's the laptop. No, this is the tablet. Yeah, no, this is not OLED. Rach, yeah, kind of like frame generation. You do have to upgrade the CPU to get 120 frames per second. Yeah. No, Rachel, I actually like frame generation too. I like it. I like it to be not too aggressive though. I'll say that. I think APU's best friend is frame generation. I think APU's best friend is a lot of these new technologies like DLSS and AMD's technologies for this are going to make it they potent and maybe even NVIDIA and AMD see that. That's why they're not putting as much effort into their new GPUs. I think it's going to take a while, but I think we're going to be seeing this interesting convergence to where the technology will be so good for new games for like frame generation that you won't really need a dedicated one unless you're really into game development or not game development. I guess game development too, but because you can't really use that type of stuff for games, game dev, but for playing games, handhelds will probably be just the standard. I read that there might be not even be 50 Super Series because third parties haven't received the test products yet. So yeah, like what you said, Brink, they probably going to straight into the 60 series. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's a heavy rumor that they're going to get into the 6,000 series. Is that worth it for the laptop? If you want an AP one, this is going to run better than the like Legion Go 2 that I have, like the Z2 Extreme. But if you want a 13-inch gaming device on the go, sure. Once we get into this realm of size, I 100% think it's better just go with like a 15, 16-inch laptop. Uh, Razer, MSI, a lot of them will have ones with dedicated graphics cards for around $2,000. You're going to end up with in a much better place in the sense of what games you can play and essentially price to frames per second that you're gonna get, price to performance. You're gonna get a better deal. Not this is not a bad PC. It's just that price to performance is not going to it's not to write anything home about for what you get because there's no controller attached. That's another reason. I like controllers attached. Like, there's just a whole reason to go with handheld gaming devices. Dickerous, that's why I got the PS Portal. I like my PS Portal quite a bit, actually. Haven't used it in a little bit, but I do like it. I'm actually shocked at how well it works. Asus recently released a white Astral 5080 and kind of want it. Yeah, I saw it. It looked pretty good, Chad. You'd have to upgrade your setup to an AM5. Ooh, really? For the 50, so that the 5080 series actually works, has enough bandwidth or something? Uh, Rishi, here is our new APU, more expensive than a PC with a dedicated GPU. Yeah, that's how it's going to be, Rishi, for a little bit. You're going to get expensive APUs for a little while, and then eventually, um, they're gonna balance out so well that eventually, like the Z series, as an example, or whatever's going to be thrown into the Steam Deck 2, they're going to get to a point in a few years or a decade, whatever it's going to take, because it's kind of like the new norm that it's just going to be it'll be cheap enough because dedicated is definitely getting more expensive. Dedicated is really expensive right now. And these APUs, you can buy devices with these APUs that are cheaper than this. Not bad though. I'm not gonna say this like this is 64 gigabytes of RAM in this. This thing is a beast. Um, and actually might be a better deal than the framework, but it all depends on what you wanna do and what you're willing to sacrifice. Wondering how much those ROG Ally like, so you wanna know how much, like, the ROG Ally X is? The Xbox One? They I think did they not recently up their price? No, they have not yet. There is rumors, heavy rumors that in the next, few months, they're gonna up this by $100, so we'll see, though. Um, if you're gonna be getting any device, I'd actually say the Legion Go S. The Steam OS version is the device to get. I think a lot of people loved it. They had it for really good sell last month. The Z1 Extreme on it is really good. Um, it's almost as good as Z2 Extreme, crazy enough. I have better power performance, so, like, with my big screen OLED and all that stuff that draws a lot of power, it's nice to have better power ranges, so, like, if I reduce the TDP, like, the power consumption for the GPU, APU, down to, like, 15, 17, I get pretty decent battery. Where with the Z1 Extreme to get similar performance, I'd have to run it just at, like, 25 TDP. So it's really good at mid-range performance for TDP. Uh, always be wise. You're totally right on all those points. While it would have been funny if you committed to getting those controller attachments, turn it into a 13-inch handheld, no USB pass-through. I mean, I've seen people do it. We've seen big touchscreen handhelds. It's just I'll be honest, like the Legion Go 2 is already getting a little too big. It's barely just a little too big, but it's definitely manageable. 8 inches, I think, needs to be the standard. And if they want to make it smaller with the 8-inch screen, like with Steam Deck 2, make it a little less like make it more bezel-less. And I don't know. That's what I want. I want an 8-inch Steam Deck 2. I really don't know if they'll make that, but I really want one. You were talking about X-Real's ROG glasses. Ah. I was curious about this too. X-Real Pro glasses? Or do they have ROG now? Because ROG is an Asus kind of LED thing, but I think some other companies used to do it, but I don't know if they do ROG anymore. Um, I have thought about getting some glasses like this, but uh, the Skulls playlist likes Odin 3. I've heard really good things about the Odin 3. Maybe one day I'll give it a try. Yes, there was a couple of really good sells, and I'll be honest, Lenovo killed it with their sell of the Legion Go S. This thing was it was like what, 599, 699. Whatever it was, it was a really good deal. It's a really good device. It's not OLED, but it's really good. I definitely think like having this like the Legion Go 2 is definitely a little extreme for a lot of people. Chad is asking, do I have a Switch 2? I do have a Switch 2. Right now, Susie is playing the game that we got for my son on it, which is the Donkey Kong game. She really likes it. So don't like Nintendo's the way they do stuff, and the Switch 2 is honestly, I would say, a very sad launch. Like the Mario Kart is really fun, and like the Donkey Kong game is fun, but there's not been a lot of good games coming out for it. And on top of that, they charge so much for first party. You have to, instead of being able to choose like 2 games, now you have to choose just like 1 game a year almost on that thing. So it's I don't know. BT Maverick, I got my Nintendo Switch 2 that I won, sold it, and bought an Xbox Ally X, going to test driving it for a couple of months, and we'll probably return it and get the Panther Leg Claw whenever that comes. Nice, BT Maverick. You liking the Xbox Ally X? I couldn't get into it. I have a review on my channel, of course, so you guys can go see that if you haven't yet, but, um, love the way I feel. I love a lot of parts of it. That screen is just I don't know, I'm still gonna say it. I think it's disgusting how they repackaged the Ally X into this and sold it for so much more. Like, I know Legion Go 2 is a lot more expensive, but it gives you a lot more. You actually get more for your bang for your buck. BT Maverick, I'm actually liking the Xbox Ally X, but I could definitely tell that the OS is fighting itself compared to my Steam Deck. Yes. But the sound and the rumble in the Xbox Ally is amazing. The Ally X has some of the best speakers that I've ever had. Um, that's one of the things. Like the Ally X itself, or even the Ally. I have an Ally. The speakers are better than the Steam Decks. They're really good speakers. The controller and the rumble are really good. I cannot get over how bad that screen and the Xbox experience was. I it is pretty much I do it's pretty much made me a SteamOS person. If I and I hey, maybe I'll even look into trying like, if Valve could release their Source, engine, I'd build maybe my game on the Source engine on Linux. Honestly, everything that's going on with Windows, I had to reinstall Windows for my kid. The amount of upsells that are on a Windows installation are getting out of freaking control. It asked me, "Do you wanna buy this? Do you wanna buy that? Do you wanna" I'm like, "No," and then on top of it, um, the the backup, like, what is it? The OneDrive is just garbage. I hate the OneDrive. It was breaking stuff from my game development. I don't need to go into bitching about all this, but, like, it's out of control. Microsoft is out of control with their Windows. Windows is like didn't think I was gonna say this, but I'm pretty much like, I hate Windows now. I get into it, and once it's, like, loaded in, it's fine and whatever, but, Mac OS is so much better of experience. It's synergetic, it works across everything. Steam OS is a better experience, especially for gaming. Like, why Windows? Um, Dude, so the fact that they have to do a Nintendo Online expansion to play GameCube games, yeah, they've been doing that for years now. That's when I was officially pissed off at Nintendo is when they charged me a monthly subscription to play games, their older games, instead of just me using a ROM. You're like, they essentially made it so people would pirate their games. All they had to do was say, hey, SNES, NES, all these popular retro games, they could have sold them for $20 and just made bank and not put it behind a subscription service. I am not going to play those types of games behind a subscription service. It was the stupidest idea, but whatever. BT Maverick, I would have bought a Lenovo Legion Go, MSI Claw, Polar Tempest up what if they were available, but both were sold out. Yeah, no, that makes sense, man. Yes, Raichi, Windows is fighting their users. Schools Plus, I want to do more than just play Steam games. I have close to 200. What do you mean by that? Like, pretty much as long as it's not an online only title, like with a few like Fortnite and a few other games like that, you should be able to play any of your games on SteamOS now. Like SteamOS is in fact, SteamOS and like Bazite, like I've been playing a lot of my games on Bazite, runs so much better on that than Windows and Xbox full screen experience mode, their Xbox game mode or whatever. Like it is by far much better in Bazite and SteamOS. It's gotten crazy. Like how just more efficient it is. Raichi, if Steam was on Mac, I would get the Mac Mini for my TV. Steam is on Mac, but you have to use a program called Crossover in order to play the games that are Windows based on the Mac. Honestly, Mac's really good for a lot of different reasons. It's expensive, but I don't have all this upsell shit that I get all the time. They have some, but it's not when I start the stupid like when I refresh or get a new device, it doesn't sell me then. It gives me a good smooth experience and doesn't just Windows is feeling like Frankenstein's monster times 10. Like, it is just a monstrosity at this point, and it crashes, in weird places. Hope you're streaming next week, bro. Missed talking with you. Yeah, no, I'll be streaming next week. I'm gonna be getting off too here in a second. Let's go over some of the let's go over some of these anticipated stuff that I said I would go through. BT Maverick, I have 3 years of Game Pass. Lol, I need to make the most of it. Hey, no, if you have 3 years of Game Pass, go at it. If that's your style, go for it. I'm not going to be the one do it. I'm fine. I'm fine. I like Game Pass for the most part. I just all the games I have played on Game Pass, I end up buying. So, and in order to get like Claire Obscure Expedition 33 over from Game Pass onto Steam, all the saves, I had to do like a weird scripts and stuff like that. It was annoying enough to where I'm like, I'll try games and maybe some games I'll beat, like Doom Dark Ages. I don't know if they let me copy my save over, but I beat that there. We'll see. I like the game enough, but we'll see if I go back and play any more of it. Yeah, I kind of figure you're gonna hop off, Chad. So have a good night, Chad. Skull playlist. Also, I use Steam Link, Moonlight. I don't do subscription based things. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind going to more of that style. I do have Moonlight, and I do some streaming from Steam itself, but I need to set things up and do it more. Icarus. My anticipated title is The Dawn of Bloodwalker and the Tomb Raider remake. The Tomb Raider remake looks pretty good, actually. Polygon's number one on this is interesting. It's 007's First Light. Comes out May 27th. It is IO Interactive, so it could be an interesting James Bond. I'm sure it will be an amazing James Bond. I don't know. The past few James Bonds that I've played, games, have just been very mediocre. Um, Blood of the Dawn of the Bloodwalker. Dark fantasy fans, this open world RPG is for you. The Blood of Dawn Walker, developed by a former CD Projekt Red staffer. Yeah, this actually does sound interesting. Is set in a medieval realm inhabited by humans and vampires alike, and you have to be in both camps. It's interesting setup for quests, but beware. Yeah, I I do get kind of tired of the medieval stage of things, but as long as it's weird enough, like it has like that really mystical like vampires and some other mystical creatures or like creature-esque things in this, I'll be pretty intrigued by it. If it goes a little too hard into dying from the Black Plague, which doesn't mean that this is even human based, like or humanity or Earth based, but I'm not for that. Skull playlist. You can play Steam on Android now, so there's also that. GameHub works wonders. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that out because I've heard there's so much stuff going on with Steam. Steam is going to destroy Windows. Steam OS potentially going to destroy Windows, at least for gaming in the near future. Bradley the Badger looked really fun, and this is definitely a game I will be buying this year. This is also a game, if it comes out this year, which it says TBA. I always question that if it's going to get pushed back, is one that I will probably heavily look into because it's developed by the former CD Projekt Red staffers, and I'm pretty intrigued by it. I've seen it before. Sonic Crossroads and a new Tony Hawk remake. The new Tony Hawk remake was decent, but if you have Xbox Game Pass, it's not really worth buying right now until it's like $5, but it's definitely worth trying out on there. I had fun with it, but it's yeah. But Sonic Crossworlds, I'm looking for a good sell on that. I'm gonna get the Sonic Crossworlds. I'll have a lot of fun with my kids with that one. But Bradley the Badger is one that I'm definitely picking up. I think my son will like both my sons will like it. I will like it. Got Sonic Frontiers from Humble Choice. Nice. Karen. It looks like it's a backpacking game. We got Code Vein 2. I still have to play Code Vein 1. Maybe. I mean, this Code Vein 2 looked really good, actually. It made me more intrigued. Actually, I might have Code Vein 1. I just haven't played it. The new PA Bowling 2026. Not sure about that. Coffee Talk Tokyo. This would be a fun game to get for the Switch, or not for the Switch, but I just read the first thing for the Steam Deck. Does this come out this year? Damn, I didn't realize it was 2026 title. Control Resonant, which is interesting they didn't call it Control 2, so they must still be working on Control 2, and this is a deviation, meaning they were working on they were probably working on something and deviated to have Control Resonant come out, but yeah, I don't think it's Control 2. It's this is one that's 100% will buy day one. I will reserve Control Resonant. Also, Resident Evil 9 is coming out this year, and I will be buying that day one. It comes out, what, next month? So, yeah, 100% buying that day one. That Crimson Desert looks like the last hurrah of the "let's make a game so big only 10 people will ever finish it" design era. It looks absolutely gigantic, more like Pearl Abyss MMO, Black Desert Online. It also looks weird. Clockwork dragons, like spacecraft looking things that shoot fi Whoa. Okay, yeah, this is definitely gonna be on my list. I actually like this list so far because some of these I have not seen before. Uh, Interesting. Densh Attack looks interesting. The school playlist. I like bowling games. Yeah, I like bowling in real life, kind of, and in games, I have not played any game bowling games. So I'll have to give it the demo a try if there's one. BT Maverick, if Steam can figure out the anti cheat, the casuals will be stuck on Windows for Call of Duty, Fortnite, Battlefield, and so on. I have a feeling a lot of those games are controlled by someone that doesn't want SteamOS to succeed. So it's gonna like both Microsoft. I'm pretty sure Microsoft and Epic Games does not want SteamOS to succeed. But if they can figure out something on their end to emulate that and essentially force it, here's to hoping. I don't know. It will be interesting because I agree. But the thing is, I don't play Call of Duty. I don't play Fortnite. I don't have the new Battlefield, but I might get it. I don't want to, but I might because I like the old Battlefields. It's been a while since I've had a good Battlefield. But most gaming I do is just fine on SteamOS. I do hate the idea that there's a game I couldn't play, and that's why I dual boot. Like the Legion Go 2, I have it dual boot. I have thought about getting back into Diablo 4 with 2 also myself. I've never beat the original game. But yeah, I kinda got bored of it. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined sounds fun. I do like the Dragon Quest games quite a bit, actually, so this could be a fun game to pick up. I probably would pick it up as a discount, though. Dusk Bloods, yeah, Bloodborne 2 might never happen, but at least we got this Gothic Switch 2 exclusive. Interesting. From Software. It's gonna be this year at, Dusk Bloods. I don't know if I saw anything on this, or I was paying attention to see this. Valve has money to bring Microsoft to court while Microsoft is broke because of AI. Damn, Raichi. Why would they bring him to court though? Are they going to sue him because they're just not putting it on their device? Fable. This might be a day one for me. I like the way this looks. I like the way that they're taking it. I think that this is reboot essentially of the series will be actually really fun. It's going to be very whimsical, very weird and funny, which is all I'm down for that. Fire Emblem series, I've played the first 1 or 2 Fire Emblem games after I just haven't been able to get into it since. Too many other games. Forza could be fun, but I just don't play any racing games these days. Used to play them a lot, but just don't. They need to bring back like a really street racer style, like Need for Speed, either underground or just more Need for Speed Most Wanted kind of stuff. I like that those types of games a lot more. I don't like first person shooters. Well, my nephew wanted me to play with him. I'm like, no. Oh, your nephew. I love first person, but I like all sorts of games though. First person is definitely my favorite, probably. Like Half Life is my favorite game. But then you have Dead Space, which is third person. I really like Dead Space. Then you have like StarCraft. I love RTSs. I like pretty much any type of style, but yeah. I do have a hard time with the Baldur's Gate 3 style, the turn-based. It's still fun, but I have a hard time with it. If Microsoft has found blocking anti-cheat on Linux, I mean, I don't think that's illegal, is it, Raichi? So I don't know if they have any precedents. BT Maverick, did you see that the PlayStation has been jailbroken due to physical disc Star Wars racing game? Yeah, I saw that, BT Maverick. So there's a good chance that we're going to see SteamOS on the PlayStation. I mean, heck, if you can get SteamOS on PlayStation or Xbox, that's the type of machine that you could like if you get good driver like if the drivers work well with those devices, like that's the way to go, guys. I might it's gonna beat a Steam machine itself. Rachie, I like Fire Emblem, but it became a waifu collector game. Oh, you resold me on it. Yeah. Collect waifus for my Razor's AI companion. So I'm just kidding. BT Maverick, the jailbroken PS5 will be able to play Bloodborne at 60 frames per second, maybe higher. Damn. Fortnite gaming, no. Grand Theft Auto 6. I like how this is not number one. That being said, it is only going to be console exclusive for the first year, like it was last time. I think I said I would not buy GTA 6, but there is a small chance I might buy GTA 6 for the PlayStation 5. I, who knows with me? Who knows? High on Life 2, I still need to beat the first one. I think it was either Wolf or LoJack. I think it was Wolf that got this for me. I need to play this. I was streaming it. So it is a fun game. Really weird at times, and sometimes a little unnerving where I'm just like, this is not pleasant be holding like a gun like this, but it is fun. It's funny. High Guard, shocked it's on this list. I have zero interest. I'm sure I have a feeling it's gonna end up flopping potentially, but it could end up being interesting. I just I would rather play Overwatch than this. I'll be honest. Invisible Verse, this could be interesting. I have not seen the TV show or the comics, but it looks like an interesting show. The Razer AI kit, yeah, I want it to. Lego Batman also looks pretty interesting. Mario Tennis Fever, I could get this for the Switch too. I might not. I might wait. Oh, it's not going to go on sale. I might wait and get it for my. Is it going to use motion controls though? Because if it uses motion controls, I'll get this. I think the family would like it. Marvel Wolverine also looks really good. By the way, guys, this looks like a really worth picking up. Dacris, I might wait for a sell on GTA 6. Yeah, there's a good chance that I might pick it up out of the in the beginning for the PlayStation 5 just out of like pure curiosity. That's it, and I can play it on my portal. Beyond that though, I don't know if I care that much. Um because I probably won't play the story. I'm not to be that guy, but I'm not the biggest Florida person. Like it'd be fun. I should go visit Miami sometime. I'm trying to remember if I've been to Miami. I've been to Disney World, but yeah, I think okay, doing some Florida man stuff would be kind of fun. I just don't know. Like I don't like crime games, but I do like games where I can explore, especially like that, where I can go figure out do weird different things. I've always played GTAs to play for the other things, not for the crime. Or, sometimes it's still a car, but who hasn't stolen a car in their life? Mixtape looked like an angsty teen game. Looks interesting. Probably not gonna get that. Animusha, it's been so long since I played an Animusha that who knows if I'll end up playing this because I don't remember the lore very well. I do remember enjoying it quite a bit, the older ones, but probably not going to. Raichi, GTA 6 will have more content than five $50 games. You're not wrong, Raichi, but is it content that I'm going to enjoy or going to want to play all of it? Maybe, maybe not. But you're not wrong. Like, if you need a game that's going to last you a while, the GTA, especially for the PC because of all the mods. Pathologic, I haven't played the first ones. Perfect Tides looks interesting. Phantom Blade Zero, I maybe, but not really caring about that. Pokemon Poco Pocopia. Pocopia is a horrible name, but I don't have any faith in any Pokemon game, but I'm not the biggest Pokemon person. Pragmata did look interesting. This might be one that I wouldn't once we get a little closer, this might be one that I get day one. We'll see. It is from Capcom. It does look interesting. I'm always into some Capcom shooters like this. Um, the New World of Steam. This looks like a fun artistic game that I would potentially pick up. Richie, let us be the police in GTA, maybe a police campaign. That would honestly, that would, even if I'm a little brutal of a police officer, that would be kind of fun. Get rough them up a little bit. Reanimal, this looks just like honestly, this looks like a clone of Little what is it? Little Nightmares. Um, which Little Nightmares 3 did not do well. This looks interesting though. If this does better than Little Nightmares 3, or like, if it's a better game, then I'll pick it up. Replace looks interesting. Resident Evil Requiem, aka Resident Evil 9, will definitely be a day one for me. It's at the end of February. I'm 100% picking this up on Steam. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I'm gonna play it with a PlayStation 5 controller on my beastly computer. Yeah, this is gonna be definitely day one. You get to play as Leon, one of my favorite characters in the Resident Evil series, and has some really interesting. Like the trailers look really good. Let's just say that. Phantom Blade Zero is a must buy for you. Did I pass by that one a little too fast? Phantom Blade Zero. Yeah, this is the one that you're talking about. We'll have to see. I'll have to see some more stuff on it. But from that image alone, yeah, Romeo's a dead man. Looks interesting. It looks like you're essentially it's just what's that zombie mall game? It essentially it just looks like that. So I'm not sure. Uh, if it's for PC, if it's on Steam, if it has a demo, I'll try it out. Saros did look really good actually. Uh I really liked Returnal. I never beat it though, but I did really like it. I should go back and try to beat it. It's just I'll be honest, some games where I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna ever beat this, like those types of games where they're a little bit more uh is it dungeon crawly where they repeat and repeat and like you finish it and then you like think you finish it, but then you're not sure. And it's just you gotta make it so that it's a little bit more sure that of when I'm going to actually beat the game. Returnal was good. I need to finish it. This looks really good. Slay the Spire 2. I love Slay the Spire 1. So I'm 100% down for this. Don't know if I'll buy it day one, but totally down for it. Excited for Replaced. Nice. Soul Solsta 2, I never played the first one. If this one looks good enough, then maybe I'll go back and play the first one. But yeah. Star Wars Galactic Racer, pod racers are back. I'll be honest, guys, I was never a big like I wanted to get into pod racing. The game, like my friends were into it. I could never get into it. I preferred playing Need for Speed, like Most Wanted and stuff like that. But Star Wars Galactic Racer, it will definitely be one I will not buy day one, but it will be one that I will pick up eventually. Uh, there are no ghosts at the Grand. It looks whimsical enough. Maybe there's a chance, depending on how much it costs. Legend of Heroes, Trails Beyond the Horizon. Yeah, I do like a good RPG, but we'll see. Usual June, Valor Mortis. This looks so weird. So you got like a Civil War kind of Civil War or colonial style mutant. The folks behind Ghost Runner, the cyberpunk wall running game in which every character, both you and your enemies, dies in one hit, are making a Souls like set in an alternate history of the 19th century uh, with a Napoleonic vibe and plenty of tricorners. Interesting. I'm curious about this. I like the concept that they're going with it. It's definitely horror based, but yeah. Richie, let's hope we get Fable. I mean, it sounds like we're gonna get Fable this year. I hope so too. Like, it's actually a game that I'd be playing. No Ghost in the Grand is a Game Pass. Oh, it's in Game Pass, BT Maverick. Okay, I'll give that a try then. The Icarus definitely getting the Star Wars Galactic Racer. This is gonna be one that you pick up day one though, because that's the thing. Like, it might not be my favorite game, like the pod racing stuff. It looked interesting, and you got to race a lot of different things. I'll pick it up. I just don't think I'm gonna pick it up day one. I think I'm gonna wait for a deal on that one. And that's it. We can go over more of these games and other games that are coming out, but this is a pretty good list. Yeah, there's a couple, like at least 4 games I'm buying day one this year, which is up from last year where I didn't. I don't think I got excited about games, but I just wasn't sure. But Expedition 33, I'll be honest, kind of reinvigorated me last year with some of the games. It got me like, okay, I'm excited. I want to play more games. And I've since then played a lot more games. So yeah, with that being said, we're pretty much out of time. I gotta get going, but thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Uh, you played the demo for Valor Mortis and was a little disappointed as a big fan of both Ghost Runner games, BT Maverick. Oh, and yeah, okay. I'll have to try out the demo. Definitely with some of these games, I'm gonna try out the demo before I pick them up. But yes, I'll catch you guys next week. Uh, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty solid year for games. It will be interesting if it's gonna be if it will be better than last year or be who knows. But all I know is we have an AI companion from Razer that we could have gaming all along the way. Thank you guys for showing up and chatting with me, and get you guys in the next video. Peace out later.